so strongly was destiny through the depths of your essence, but it's in your head. And it's like people outside of your head try and tell you how you gotta be, and to deter you from showing up authentically. Get yourself starting to believe the shit, like blah blah blah.
Hey you guys, welcome to Aniyah's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. No, my bed is not made. Yes, that's my wig in the back. Are you real and are you loyal or not? Let me know right now, because if you're not, exit now. If you are, then stay tuned for the message. Like, you guys, okay, I just came back from karaoke and I'm tipsy and I don't know, I want to do a reading and I don't know why I'm whispering. Is it giving ASMR vibes? I don't know, but I don't know, I just feel like I should do a reading. I was gonna do it for TikTok first, but then I was like, don't get me wrong, I do fuck with my TikTok collective, but I just feel like YouTube, we just really vibe, we get deep, and y'all know, like, I have a Scorpio Mercury, like, I love to get deep. Like, TikTok, we only have 10 minutes. I'm a yapper. My son is in my third house. Like, come on, seriously. The astrology girls know, like, with what I just said, yeah, I'm a certified yapper. So I like YouTube. So I want to do a reading. So let's just see. I don't have any topic for today. This is just for whoever truly is real and loyal and who really enjoys my readings, who subscribed, all that, like my actual genuine community. Because, you know, as much as I want, you know, oh, I want to get monetized, I want to do this, I want to do that, I also want to build community. And I really do this with the intention of like helping people, so, and connecting with people on this journey of life. So whoever is rocking with me on this video, we're gonna do a general reading tonight. I don't know how long this is gonna be. I'm aiming for something that's kind of short. I don't want to keep y'all for a long time, but I mean, I'm also not making no promises. But yeah, let's get it. Okay, what messages of guidance and wisdom do we have for my YouTube collective at this time? Okay, my real and my loyal YouTube collective at this time, what messages of guidance and wisdom do we have? Let's see. Thank you all for almost 500 subscribers too. Let's see. Oh. Okay, so the first card that came out was the Fool, period. We have the Empress. Okay, we have the Three of Swords. I'm gonna cover her up. We have the Three of Swords. This is the same deck that I used in my last reading, How to You Seduce People. We have the Moon. Wow. Yeah, this is for a very specific collective for sure. I can tell already now. We have the Seven of Cups. For sure. What's on the bottom of the deck? I'm curious. The World reversed. The Fool, the Empress, Three of Swords, the Moon, Seven of Cups. I think that, and then underneath the World, we have the King of Wands reversed. I think that this is a message to, I don't always like to make it gender, because sometimes I feel like, oh, why should I make it gender? But I looked at my analytics today and like literally like 90-something% of my audience is feminine, so clearly this feels like a message of just a divine, soft, gentle tap on the shoulder. Like, imagine like a little tap on your shoulder, or like a little piece of wisdom from your granny, especially for those of you who have a southern granny or a granny who was born in a different country. Some of you guys could be Caribbean watching me as well. I'm heavily in like a southern and a Caribbean vibe. Like, some of you guys have grandmothers who, she might have been kind of mean, but she was sweet when it mattered. Okay, that's like, that might be specific, but I'm just getting this energy because it feels as if there's somebody, it could be some, depict how it resonates. It could be somebody, or it could be a specific like piece of your childhood, a piece of trauma in particular that is a soft spot for you. And so it's like, because it's a soft spot for you, it could be something where you're easily manipulated. Like, you might be really super intelligent and wise in other aspects, but when it comes to this one specific type of scenario, because it is something that you might have experienced before with some type of trauma attached to it, it's like it makes you like susceptible. Okay, just the same thing as like if your family was susceptible to diabetes or high blood pressure, and then obviously you have lots of family members with diabetes or high blood pressure, and you kind of watch out for those things because they might run in your family. There's also emotional dis-ease that can run in families, and I feel like for you all, there's something here about like heartbreak, abandonment. And so it's like, the reason I bring this up, or I'm not saying this to like be just down or negative, but what it is that with the Fool and the Empress, it's in the world, even though it's in reverse, it's like you all are on the precipice. You're in your chrysalis, creating a new life for yourself, creating a new lane, creating a new space, creating a new level, glowing up, maturing, whatever you want to call it. Saturn's return for some of you, whatever you want to call it. Midlife crisis. I just heard some of you guys think that you're in a midlife crisis. Whatever name you want to give to it, right? There's like this transitional energy where you're expanding and you're trying new things. You're specifically allowing yourself to do things that you haven't felt comfortable doing before. And you're doing it from a place of like really prioritizing creation. For some of you, that even looks like being pregnant or having children. It's just like, congratulations. Some of you, that looks like going to school or picking up a new craft or trade, learning a new skill. Some of you all could be working on a project, an album, take it how it resonates. But there's just this energy of like newness in creation, oneness with the divine. And it's like that one little thing that can turn into a bigger thing is just this one pain point. It's like there's still like, if you all are into marketing, I don't know if any of you are into marketing, or if you work in marketing, if you have a marketing degree, or you're in advertising, I don't know. But I'm being called to reference how like pain points in marketing strategy, and how people will use pain points to sell a product. So for example, me as a tarot reader, I could like bank on people's negative emotions, and I could be like, oh, do you want to change your life and manifest your dream reality because you hate where you're at in life? Then book a reading with me, you know? That's like, for example, a pain point. I personally don't do that because I don't want to, I think I want to empower people to not really need readings, shit, you know? So I don't do all that. But if I wanted to, from a marketing perspective, that's what I could do to sell more readings, correct? Right? So it's like, you as a person are pretty much, is in the terms of like the earthly or the energetic realm, and like fear and insecurities or traumas, limitations, things like that. It's like you're pretty much unsellable on these limited beliefs, fears, insecurities, things like that. But there is like this one pain point that you have, and it has to do with your heart, your emotions, your feelings of attachment and wanting comfort, love, and reassurance from someone outside of you, particularly a masculine. So I could be speaking to people who didn't have a present father, people who just experienced mistreatment at the hands of masculines. It's like this dynamic and complex energy of, it's like the, what is that song, Weak by SWV, where she's like, you're the something in the cure. I guess I'm weak and I can hardly speak. I lose all control and something takes over me. Oh, you're the cause and the cure. Something about like, yeah, it's like your energy, your relationship with the masculine energy. And I'm not talking about your personal masculine energy. I'm talking about you as a feminine entity, whether, of course, we know we all have masculine and feminine energy, but you are existing as a feminine energy. And it's like your interactions with masculine energies is one where it's like they're the cause and the cure, where it's like there's this, like, it's almost innate. And that's what I think that's what makes it feel so hard to overcome. Even though you might feel like you're very independent as a person, you might also still have this like deep innate desire to just be like completely safe and protected and engulfed in like a masculine energy, a masculine person to show up for you like completely and like ultimately. But at the same time, your actual interactions with them in real life are not like that. Like, they don't reflect that. They actually reflect something that's completely on the opposite end of the spectrum, where it can be full of pain, betrayal, abandonment, ridicule, like wounds, trauma. And so it's like, that's like the one thing I feel like is holding you back in emotionally. I'm not saying that like you dealing with this is holding you back from like elevating your life materially. It's more so like an emotional thing, because we do have the moon here and like the 7 of Cups. It's like there's like this illusion that something is missing, or that you're not quite whole without this thing, or that you can't evolve until like somebody loves you on this kind of deep level. But the thing about it is that with the we do have like the world, so it's like you're holding yourself back, and then maybe without realizing it, maybe you do. But then there's also this King of Wands reverse, where it's like this is like gonna sound so annoying, and I know it's not gonna sound so annoying, but like ultimately what it is that you might be somebody who's a little too focused on relationships or like romance and trying to cultivate that in your life. And so it's like you're not fully letting go enough to stabilize what you already have. And so it's like the people that you're looking to find this with are not able to give it to you. Like, they're not people who are able to really truly like see your worth, just because of their own programming, mindsets, way that they were raised, the way that they were programmed, and maybe not programmed, but just socialized, I guess. I think that I was not intending for this to be where the reading went, but here we are. It's kind of one of those things where, like, ladies, a lot of these dudes think that they're the prize. They're arrogant. They might be narcissistic. They're not emotionally intelligent. They're passive. They're not direct. They're not leaders. They're not this, they're not that. They might not be sophisticated. They might not be educated. They may be broke. Whatever you I'm just hearing all of the ladies' complaints, okay? But at the same time, you also have this innate desire to love and to be loved. And there's nothing wrong with that. But there is this energy of just recognizing who you're asking this from. And it's not to say, it's one of those things where it's like, the analogy that's coming to me is like, if I was your parent and I already had told you before not to touch the stove, right, when I'm cooking because it's hot and you will burn your finger. If I say that to you, and let's imagine you're like 3 years old, like you're a toddler. It's like, you hear me and you definitely understand what I'm saying to you, but you just want to touch it. You're like, I mean, yeah, it's like glowing red, but that red is actually really intriguing to me and I want to touch it. And like, yeah, you said it's hot, but like, what do you know? Mind you, you know, toddlers think they know everything, right? So it's just like, you're just like, whatever. And you touch it anyway and you get burned. And this is actually a very good example because this happened to me. I remember when I was young, my mom told me not to touch the clothing iron because it was hot, obviously. She told me to leave it alone, to not touch it, and don't go over there. But me, you know, I'm curious, I'm explorative. And I wanted to touch for myself. And then when it was hot and it was burning a little bright red color, that was so cute. I love that color, peach. Ooh, you know, I'm a Georgia peach. Like, I love that color. That little light orange color. Oh my God, so intriguing. And I touched it. And I burned my finger. And after I burned my finger, and my finger hurt really bad and I cried, I looked at my mama like, girl, you just let me touch that and you knew it was gonna burn me. You knew it was gonna hurt. And I expected her to feel empathy. I expected her to feel bad and to kiss my boo-boo. But she looked at me and she was like, girl, 3 years old, mind you, 4 years old. My mom was like, I already told you not to touch it. I told you multiple times not to touch it. And you wanted to touch it, so I let you touch it and found out. You fucked around and found out. Granted, this is all hyperbole. Do I really remember this conversation? No. I do remember this actually happening, though. I definitely remember touching that iron for sure. And I remember my mom telling me before not to do it, but I don't remember all the words and kikis, whatever. Cool. But my point in saying that is there's this energy where you don't want to give up on love. And I'm not saying that you should, but there are specific energies or people that are around you that you do in fact need to give up on. You don't need to give up on the whole idea of love, but you do need to give up on that long-windedly enough. That was pretty much the point, because you're on the rise of a glow up, okay? New energy, new people. I really do feel like some of you all are going to be moving environments. Some of you all could be literally starting school in the fall, or like maybe you're already in college now and so you're going back to school in the fall, or you guys are starting new in the fall. You all could be be in the process of like moving locations, things like that. You could be looking for a new job, so you end up getting a new job, and of course then being around new people. Some of you guys could be relocating for work, or be about to start a job where you have to travel for work, or if you already work a job where you travel for work, maybe the travel is about to pick up and you're going to have to travel more often. There's something here about like you will literally like, it's kind of like this energy of like, let go of these people that are triggering your old pasthood wounds, your father wounds, things like that. Like, let go of people who are triggering you to go back to a past version of yourself where you did not feel worthy, even if you have to be single for a minute. Period. That's just what it is. Even if you have to be single for an amount of time. And once you're able to get past this and maybe spend a little bit of time alone, and when I say a little bit, I mean like, let's say like 3 months or less, right? Once you're able to spend this time alone, in the grand scheme of things, that's a very short amount of time. Of course, on the day-to-day, it feels longer than that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, in the grand scheme of life, 3 months is nothing, right? So allow yourself to have that time alone if it requires you being alone, in order to say no to what it is that you really don't want, so that you can open up space to meet somebody who's actually in alignment with you, somebody who's actually on your level and who is going to help you to heal, not hurt. Because I feel like the people that you've been interacting with recently, it's like, even if they might appear to be better at first, even if they might appear to be, because that's what we have here with the 7 of Cups and the illusion energy. It's like, even in the moon, it's like, in the world, the world is a card of transformation, but with it being reversed, it's like these people might first come into your life as if they can help you to transform, or as if they are doing something, but you quickly realize that it's a performance. It's not real. It's not stable. It's not something that is going to last the test of time. It's an illusion. I don't know if you guys are into Percy Jackson, but if you guys did read the Percy Jackson books, this might have been in the movies. I don't remember, guys. I read these books when I was in like 4th grade, literally. Like, I read them when I was like 9 years old. I was really into Percy Jackson at that time. Rick Riordan in general. I've read a lot of his series and his books, and he was my favorite author as a kid. Anyways, shout out to you guys if you resonate with that. Like, super niche. Anyways, there's this scene in one of the books where he's pretty much in this like land where he was in Vegas, but it was like the more spiritual aspect of Vegas, where they kept getting fed these different foods and drinks that made them lose track of time and like just completely vibe, to the point where they were in this space just getting their energy siphoned for a lot longer than they thought they were there. And it's kind of like, you have, because of your trauma, because of this one pain point that you become susceptible to that, like getting into a trance or getting lost into a trance in that aspect, or in that type of specific scenario that you might encounter in life, specifically in relationships, specifically in romantic relationships. And so you're being asked at this time, and like I said in the very, very beginning when I first started, it's like you're being tapped on the shoulder by an elder feminine ancestor specifically, who is just wanting to remind you of your worth, wanting to remind you that you're young. And I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're literally in your 40s or 50s. You have time to find somebody better. You have time to find somebody who is in alignment with you, okay? I just really feel the need to say that. Like, yeah. So that's what I have for you. And don't allow like illusions, because I feel like I feel like at the end of the day, even if you might not be able to necessarily contain your feelings or right now, or you still might want to deal with somebody, just remember to like focus on yourself at the very least. Like, I really do think that there's somebody that you should probably like stop talking to, or just go ahead and like dead the situation with. But even if you're not on that type of time, at the very least, like dedicate the next 72 hours the next 3 days to just you, and prioritizing you and focusing on what's going to actually better you and your life outside of any other connection. Okay, so that's what I have for you all, for the real and for the loyal. Okay, comment real and loyal if you're here watching this reading, because I don't know, I just have a feeling that maybe this is not gonna do too well in the algorithm, and it'll just be like my people that really rock with me. But yeah, go ahead and let me know how it resonates. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, join the team if this is your first time seeing me. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.